Hey everyone, Darren here from the Music Vault. Just thought I would do an update video. I've got a pile of stuff here. One DVD, bunch of CDs, two vinyl. I'll skim through them pretty quick because I don't want to make this video forever and a day. First up, Bad Brains, God of Love. Who doesn't like the Bad Brains? They are Rastafarian hardcore punk. Awesome band. I keep finding them in the delete bin all over the place, so I'm thinking, you know what? I just grab them because I love them. Another band that I really like, Very Best of Cream. It was cheap and it was in mint condition, and I really liked the packaging. I thought the packaging was pretty kind of psychedelic. But yeah, I love Cream. Sunshine of Your Love. I Feel Free. What else would be on here? White Room. Sitting on Top of the World. Crossroads. Just, I mean, if I remember correctly, Cream wasn't around for they've been around for 50 or whatever years, but as a band they were only together a short time and they put out some really good music. Up one of them I had to get toward my collection, Crimson Moonlight, Norwegian black metal, or actually these guys are from Sweden actually. The Covenant Progress, awesome Swedish black metal. To me, they're in the vein of Dimmu Borgir, that kind of symphonic Swedish black metal. Their earlier stuff was really raw and like underground black metal, but this is a little bit more polished, a little bit more refined, I guess you could say. Anyways, good stuff. Okay, so let me do this. Oh, here, I'll do this. So I was at the place I always get my cheap used CDs, and I spotted that double CD, DVD. No, it's a CD and DVD, so it's a double disc live concert from 2007, the Wacken Festival. I mean, who doesn't love Immortal? I love this band. And this is really cool too. I was really stoked to find this. It was dirt cheap, so I grabbed it. Had to. Okay, and the rest of them I got Static X, kind of something to round out my collection too. I didn't have this one. They're like an industrial, I don't know, new metal, I guess you could call them. That's what they say. I just call it like it's kind of like an industrial mix metal album. Another one to round out my collection, Stabbing the Drama from Soilwork. Great disc, dirt cheap, couldn't resist. A band that I had never ever heard of in my life, but really dug the cover. Five Horse Johnson. I thought the name was kind of funny. The CDs were like 4 for 10, so I figured what the heck. So I threw it in there. I got it on Discogs, and it said it was stoner metal. Well, this isn't stoner metal. It's more like bluesy rock fusion metal kind of thing thrown in there. So yeah, it was alright. I grabbed it just for something different, you know, something a little extra in my collection. So this album is Fat Black Pussycat, and then I've got the Number 6 Dance. I thought the covers were pretty cool, old school kind of tattoo style. So I grabbed them. Now this one I have, but I can't find the disc. I haven't got a clue where I put the disc. It's Dave Zaker. I absolutely love this band. There's just something about this band that really resonates with me. Neil Young. I don't have any Neil Young in my collection. Again, 4 for 10. Round out my collection. Put that in there. Janis Joplin, Greatest Hits. I don't have this. I've been wanting to pick this up for a long time on vinyl. And then I saw this 2 for 10. I figured, what the heck. Okay, so the other night I went to see an awesome Canadian death metal band, Beyond Creation. They played here in St. Catharines. And it was 5 bands. So this was the opening band. Various, The Great Tribulation, and these guys, 4-track EP, which has been playing in the background. They're from around here. I think they're from St. Catharines or Niagara Falls. I'm not sure. So these guys opened the show, and then Eaten by Sharks. They played, and they are from around here as well. I think they say they're from the Niagara area. They were really good, Eaten by Sharks. I really enjoyed them. But all they were selling was t-shirts. They had no CDs or nothing. And then the third band to go on was a band called Flub. By that time they had, it was just the same thing for the first 3 bands. You're like, Flub was okay. They were selling t-shirts and CDs. I didn't get one. Because, well, I'll explain why in a minute. They didn't do anything for me. They were good, they were tight, they were heavy. The singer, there was just something about, they had a gimmick. They all came out in white t-shirts and pink shorts. So I'm kind of like, okay, so who sits around a band meeting and goes, what's our gimmick going to be? Oh, I know. How about white t-shirts and pink shorts? Okay. So that was kind of a... And then they kind of had that metalcore wanting to be deathcore kind of thing. They kind of leaned more toward deathcore as opposed to metalcore. I'm not a massive fan of metalcore. I read the other day online that there was a debate of whether metalcore was metal or not. I don't know. Some people say that Killswitch Engage is a metalcore band. I don't know. I disagree. I think that metalcore is like, bands like, there's a band called These Hearts. Like something like that would be metalcore to me. Kind of like, or a band like Attila. Gimmicky bands. I guess that Flub would be a metalcore band, yeah, because they had, everything's a gimmick, everything's a joke, and to me, like, metal's, I don't know, can you put As I Lay Dying as a metalcore band? No. To me, they would be more deathcore than metalcore. I don't care. I mean, we could split hairs all day long. This could be considered, to me, deathcore, because death metal has that fast, raw, aggressive sound, whereas deathcore has a lot of these kind of pounding beats, not per se, like not really fast per se, but just a lot of these kind of, and he goes faster now. There you go. It has death metal elements. But deathcore is deathcore, and I like deathcore, I really do. I find a lot of the bands are very anti-Christian, which tends to play on my nerves, hence why I don't have a lot of other bands that are in the death metal realm that are really good. I just don't groove with the lyrics, so I don't buy the stuff. Lyrics do play a big part for me. Anyways, so that brings me to the fourth band who opened up for Beyond Creation, and that is Brought by Pain. Now these guys are technical death metal. Awesome stuff. This band blew me away, and they only had, I think, 3 of the 5 members. So there was 4 guys on stage: the singer, guitar player, that's just the guitar player that sang, the bass player, the drummer. The other guitar player, he was from some other big band. I recognized him, but I don't know who I can't remember, can't place him. And the singer wasn't even there. These guys were awesome, and I'll tell you a story about these guys when I show the other stuff. So yeah, so this is Brought by Pain, The Dreamer's Will. Awesome stuff. Okay, which takes, and they were selling a button pack. This is the new 3-song EP, which I didn't buy because it was like $10, and this is that album cover. So, which brings me to this. Beyond Creation had a crap ton of stuff to sell. 3-pack button set. All 3 covers of the album, all 3 are the album covers that they have out. Grab the CD. Algorithms, the new, which will be coming up right after this. And then I was hemming and hawing about, because they were selling the vinyl, but the vinyl was $35, and I really wanted the vinyl. And then I'm standing there as I'm listening to the bands and that, and I'm outweighing, okay, do I just buy it here and support the band because the money goes to them directly, or do I order it from Season of Mist, pay $25 for the record, close to $20 for shipping, and then the exchange, and then I'm paying like $60 for the record. So it became a no-brainer. I had money left over, so I went out into the area where they were selling, and I bought the record. Now, the guy that was selling me the record was the singer guitar player, so I had him sign it. Alright, so I had him sign it. He was the first one. So as I'm packaging it up, the guitar player, who I thought was the guitar player, comes over, and he's like, "Hey, how you doing?" Now I gotta add, these guys were the most friendliest, down-to-earth, nicest guys you ever want to meet. They were shaking hands, they were talking, they were joking, they weren't above anybody else. They were just 4 guys in a band entertaining you for the night. So I turned to him and I said, "Oh, can you sign too for me?" And he goes, "Oh yeah, that's great." Writes John Hancock on there. So then he walks away, I walk away, my buddy and we walk away, and then I would go back because my buddy's gonna buy some stuff now. And I'm looking at the guy behind the counter selling it, and he's got a set of drumsticks and he's just whittling around, like doing some fills or whatever on a little practice pad. I open up the album and I look and I turn to him and I go, "That's you?" And he smiles. He goes, "Yeah." I go, "Can you sign it for me?" So he signs it. So I'm now out listening to the band and everything like that. Or no, it's an intermission between the bands. And I'm sitting there, and Brought by Pain had just played, so I'm sitting at the bar and I got my album down. And this little guy comes out of nowhere and he goes, "Hey, do you want me to sign that?" And I look and I smile. Now, as most guys that are older know, when you see Judas Priest, you know who Judas Priest is. You know every member of the band, Kiss, Motley Crue, you know these guys. But with the death metal community, there's so many bands, you're into so many things, you don't go to shows a lot, you don't listen to the same music over and over and over again. You always have new stuff playing in your stereo. At least I do. And then I open the vinyl. I go, wait a second. I open the vinyl, and he's standing there, and he's got a big smile on his face. And I open it up, and I go, is that you? And he goes, yeah. And I go, yeah, can you sign it for me? So he goes, yeah, give me a second. So he runs, and he gets a pen, or the marker, comes back, signs it. That's Hugo's signature. I thought was pretty cool. So I got all 4. And this is on blue splatter, black and white vinyl. So my story. So this guy, Kevin, second guy, the guy that I thought. So, and I had never heard of Brought by Pain at all, except for the fact that I was checking the bands out like the day or so before we were going to see them. I just knew Beyond Creation. I'll pay $25 for that band all day long. So I get him to sign it and everything's cool. Brought by Pain comes on. He's up on stage. And I go, are you freaking kidding me? Every level of embarrassment just rose through me. I'm thinking, I got duped. I got that guy and that band to sign this band's album. And I'm like, oh my, I felt like such an idiot. Well, on my phone, I have the app for Encyclopedia Metallum, or Metallium. So I click on it, and I pull up Beyond Creation. And I'm looking, I go, oh, wait a minute, he's in that. So I go to his name, and I click, he's in Brought by Pain as well. That's his side band, his side solo death metal band, and Beyond Creation's more tech death metal band, right? So I'm like, okay, now I don't feel so stupid anymore. But, I mean, you know who Rob Halford is. If you were to see Rob Halford, you would know who he is. Bruce Dickinson, Tommy Lee, Tony Iommi. These guys, all these guys that you grew up with, you would know. But let's say, the dude from Give Zombies the Vote. If he were to walk up to you in a mall and go, hey, how you doing, blah, 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 start talking to you and then walk away. If that wasn't your absolute favorite band and you just followed them, you would probably not clue in to who these guys are or who that guy is. And that was what I was doing. I knew the singer, I knew what he looked like, and I knew what the band looked like, but I'm thinking to myself, is that... Anyways, this is Beyond Creation. This is a new Beyond Creation coming up. Anyways, that's my goofy kind of story from the Beyond Creation show, which was absolutely amazing. And I did the opening track that opened the concert with on my channel. It's the previous video. So, great show though. Awesome show. I loved it. And I would go see them again. And I tell you one thing, I had a new appreciation for them because they are so instrumental live. They're not like get up in your face 300 miles an hour, pummel you and then leave. They have orchestration, they like this, they have like melody, and they're just an amazing band. If you ever get a chance to go see Beyond Creation, go, because you will absolutely love it. So, which brings me to the end of this video, and I got one more album. This one I found dirt cheap, free shipping, everything, and I had to grab it. And this isn't the new one because they just put a new one out, or they're putting a new one out. This is the one before it. And this band, to me, this is the heaviest, most brutal album in my collection, I gotta say. And this is the Beheaded Beast Incarnate. Oh my goodness. This album is absolutely punishing. If you are into brutal death metal, right here, this will freaking blow you away. It's absolutely amazing. Everything from the 100 miles an hour. This is Beyond Creation. This is the new Beyond Creation Algorithm. Awesome album. I highly recommend this. You'll love it. Behemoth. Or, not Behemoth, Beheaded. And there are new ones coming out. I can't remember the name of it, but that's on my hit list now too. Because I have Never to Dawn, which I thought was another destroyer of records, because that's an amazing album. Anyways, that's my update vid. A little longer than besides laughing. Anyways, you guys have a great day, and I will see you next video. Cheers.